Okay, so let's look at the solution for January 2024, question 1. Right, first question here, expressed as a single fraction in its simplest form. 1 minus open bracket 1 over 30 plus 4 over 15 close bracket. Right, again, you could enter this in your calculator and get your answer, or if you want to show all the working, right, well, if you enter in your calculator, you're going to enter 1 minus open bracket 1 over 30 plus 4 over 15 close bracket equal, and then you're supposed to get 7 over 10. Right, so again, write with use of calculator, answer equal to 7 over 10. Well, let me do a little working for this one. 1 minus, so now we need to use BODMAS, meaning we need to use the work out what in the brackets first. So in this bracket, I have 1 over 30 plus 4 over 15. Right, we could find the LCM of that between 30 and 15 is 30. 30 into 30 is 1, 1 by 1 is 1, plus 15 into 30 is 2, 4 2s are 8. So we get 1 minus 9 over 30, 1 over 1, which is the whole, comes like 30 over 30 minus 9 over 30, which is 27 over 30. This could be reduced. 3 into 27 is 9. Sorry, we have a mistake here. 31 take away 9 is 21. Right. 3 into 21, 7. 3 into 30, 10. So answer is 7 over 10. Right, so the calculator method, showing you working method. Part B, a two-story car park has a total of 1,020 parking spaces. So this is a total. At 6:30 one morning, 1/30 of the 1020 spaces are filled. During the next hour, no cars left the car park, but another 4/15 of the 1020 spaces are filled. Determine the number of parking spaces that are not filled. Right. So, how we could attempt this question? We're looking at how much are filled. So, our filled we have, in terms of fractions, we have 1/30 plus 4/15 are filled. And how much you will get that are not filled will be the whole, which is 1, take away the amount that is filled, which is this. 1 over 30 plus 4 over 15. And if we look above, this is exactly what they give us to work out here. Right? So not filled in form of a fraction will be 1 minus 1 over 30 plus 4 over 15, which we already worked out above to be 7/10. So 7/10 as a fraction is not filled. So to get the amount of spaces that are not filled, we would multiply 7/10 by 1020, and that will give us our answer there, which is 714 spaces. Right? The longer way to work this, there's another way. The longer way is you find 1/30th of 1020, find 4/15 of 1020, add those two numbers up. When you add those two numbers, I think the answer was 34 plus 372, right? And then that is how much that are filled. And then we subtract that from 1020 and we will get the same answer. But that does matter, just longer. Part C, of the 1020 parking spaces, 20% are on the top level how many parking spaces are on the top level. Right, so if 20% on the top level, okay, let's find 20% of the total spaces, and that will be 204 spaces. So 204 spaces are on the top level. Right, so that's a straightforward one, mark. Part D, some of the spaces are reserved for monthly paying customers. The ratio of reserved spaces to non-reserved is 5 to 7. So we have a ratio question again. So in the ratio question, so the ratio is 5 to 7. Reserved come first, so reserved is the 5, and non-reserved is 7. They want the number of non-reserved spaces. So the non-reserved is represented by 7 out of the total. 7 plus 5 is 12. And they multiply that by the total amount of spaces, which is 1020. And that will give me the total number of non-reserved parking spaces. 595 spaces. Right. Question E. The cost for parking at a car park is shown in the table below. Under 30 minutes, is free, more than 30 and up to 2 hours 225, more than 2 hours up to 4 hours 550, more than 4 and up to 8 925, more than 8 and up to 24 hours 15. And also there's another option of a 1-week ticket for $40. Michaela leaves the car park at 18:30 hours and pays $9.25. Determine the earliest time she could have arrived at the car park. Right, so 18:30 means that is 6:30 p.m., right? That means it's 6:30 p.m. Slightly 24 o'clock. She pays $9.25, so $9.25 is this row here. So $9.25 means she could park between 4 to 8 hours. They want the earliest time she could have arrived. So if we use the 4 hours, the 4 hours will give us 4 hours before 6:30 will be 2:30. And if we use the 8 hours, 8 hours before 6:30 will give us the earliest time. So 8 hours before 6:30 would be 10:30 in the morning. So put 10:30 a.m. Right? 10:30 plus 8 will give us 6:30 p.m. So our answer is 10:30 a.m. Right, last part in this question, 3 marks for it. Danraj bought a weekly parking ticket for $40. That week he visited the car park 5 different times. The length of time he parked his car each occasion is given below. 25 minutes, 7.5 hours, 11 hours, 8.75 hours, 8 hours. Show that Danraj saved $8.50 by buying the weekly ticket. Right. So if he bought the weekly ticket, he would have just spent $40. If he didn't buy the weekly ticket, then he would have had paid each time he parked here. So let me determine how much each of them would have been, right? So 25 minutes, that is under 30 minutes, so that would be free. 7.5 hours, would be between 4 hours and 8 hours. So that is 925. 11 hours would be more than 8 up to 24. So that is 15. 8 and 3/4. 8 and 3/4 is more than 8 hours. So that would be 15 again. And then 8 hours. So this is exactly 8 hours. So that is 925 here. This 925 goes up to 8 hours. Right? So therefore, without the 1 week ticket, the cost would have been 925 plus 15 plus 15 plus 925, and that would give us a total cost of $48.50. Right, so how much he would save? He saved, without the 1 week ticket, he would have spent $48.50. And if he took the 1 week ticket, he would have just paid $40. So you subtract those two and we get how much he would have saved. Would have been $850. Right, and I would ask us to show $850, so hence show. Alright, so that is the end of January 2024, question 1.